Hello and welcome back. Today I'm actually doing this real quick because I have an upload schedule that I normally follow, but I got some people talking to me about the Rustoleum truck bed coating and like how good it is and if it's good. So I'm not following the regular upload schedule. This one's just gonna get uploaded as soon as I get it edited and done. This is it. I only did 2 coatings for the entire truck. It's been 11 months since I did the actual back inside here, and it's been about 7, 8, maybe 6 months since I've actually done the actual bed of the truck. Now, the first thing I noticed is that the rims still hold great. They look great. I mean, there's a little wear and tear just from rocky roads and gravel, but they're still doing great. The only thing I have to complain about is areas where I had extreme paint on before, where I had actual other paint on before I started painting this. It's chipping off, which for $7 a can of the spray paint, I could just touch it up real quick and it'd be fine, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Somebody did end up driving by my truck one night and throwing soda on it, but it actually held up really good against the soda. You can see where I scrubbed my fingers with the soda once they threw the soda on, and it's actually done really good. There's not much I can complain about. On regular steel that I welded on, actually, it came off pretty well. I think that's just because I didn't sand it before I did all that. I was kind of in a time crunch and didn't really worry about it at the time. I'm actually getting a better welder to re-weld all that, then I'll paint it again. As far as going on straight chrome, sand it. I got this toolbox. It was the only one for my truck that I found that I could use. It was straight chrome, and I thought since it was straight chrome, it'd have a really good connection surface, which was strictly a bad idea. The chrome is really shiny and sleek, so it has a hard time connecting, and you can see it stayed on, but it wants to come off really easily like it did, and it chipped so much. So if you're going to paint chrome, sand it first, definitely. You got to make sure, though, if you're going to paint chrome, that you definitely want it to be this color, because, you know, if you can put paint thinner on as much as you want, it'll all come off, but then it's going to be just sanded chrome. Actually, inside my toolbox, we can see where, if I move all my stuff aside, at the bottom, where brake fluid got out, and brake fluid just takes this stuff right off. It's like paint thinner times 1,000. It is completely destructive and just does not care about the paint. Gives it no sympathy. I actually had a pretty big spot right here where some paint thinner got on, and you can see where I sprayed over it, but it still didn't look original because it wasn't the same coating. But for something that was 2 coats of paint, and it's actually turned out this good for this long, and since I used the can, I could just go back in the summer, you know, re-sand down the toolbox and my back bumper that has chrome that was falling off, and I could spray it again and make it last again. And it's just something that overall I can continuously do, and it's got a rough, nice texture to it still. It's still got that. And then the bed of the truck, where you can see where I put stuff in it, it's scraped off, which isn't the worst thing. I actually did a lot of metal scraping, so the fact that it stayed on this good was quite amazing, if you ask me. Areas where a lot of water built up, you can see where it kind of dusted and that doesn't come off. I'd have to resand that and spray paint it again. So it's, if you're going to be sitting in an area where, you know, like with me, there's snow, and obviously snow gets in the back of my truck, but mostly it stayed up there and wouldn't go away. And so when it finally melted, it kind of just left those marks there. But overall, through and through, for $7 a can and just some tape work on the window and then mirrors and all that to spray paint it, you know, and the fact that I haven't really washed it yet. I mean, I washed it 1 or 2 times with just water, but I never took a brush to it. I know that if I took a brush to it right about now in the conditions it's in with only 1 or 2 coats, it'd come right off in some areas, but that's because there's a different kind. There's a kind you can get in a can that's a thick one that you roll on with a brush or a roller that has a really rough texture, and it comes on really thick, so you're actually able to withstand worse things. But so far, I mean, in the area where you saw where the soda was, it's actually still good. That's actually just dust that I'm wiping on right now, so you can see that it didn't really affect the paint at all. All in all, I call it good for something I can fix up every summer for $14 for 2 cans just to do some fix-ups. You know, even the roof's fine. I don't see any impurities on that. It actually held up really good on the tool or the headache rack I made myself, except for the iron, which of course was stainless steel. So the iron grate just came off easy. So this was my review on Rustoleum truck bed coating. 6 months later if you want to look at certain things, but I believe that I'm very happy with the decision I made. I don't think I'd ever change it a different color. They make some Rustoleum check bed coatings in a different color, but I don't see a need for that. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.